Good morning, my friends. I know I look a bit rough. I've been just on the road for like 48 hours and a bit worn out. I have to get ready for work this morning, regular slave job this morning. Anyway, I want to first of all thank everybody who came to Nace. It was the last 2 nights ago. Yeah, fantastic time. It was great to see so many familiar faces. We sold the place out. We could have probably sold twice as many tickets. It was packed. And we'll go back in the spring, and I'll do another one probably in March or April. So if you missed out on this one, there'll be a chance to come to the other one in the spring. And one chap from Theo, especially, big shout out to him, took the bus all the way from Plymouth in England to see me. So wow, that's amazing. Anyway, I want to talk about something that I've talked about before, but it's very important. This idea of there's people who in this alternative scene who basically their gig is the whole thing that there's all these what they call Illuminati gestures used in pop music videos and films and all kinds of things. And I know some of these people, and they're nice guys and stuff who are doing it, but ultimately they're basically just repeating Bible Belt Christian nonsense from America. It's based on ignorance, and these guys are ultimately just the Pat Robinsons and the Oral Roberts and the Jim Bakers and the Jimmy Swaggarts of the alternative scene. That's all they are. They're pushing Christian nonsense. It's also based on ignorance and fear of things they don't understand. Also, and this is an important one, they're putting people who are getting into alternative things in danger. And I'll tell you how. They're making them afraid of things they shouldn't be afraid of. Video games, music, pop music videos, rock music videos, board games, everything, comic books. Everything you love, they're taken from you. Now, isn't it bad enough that we have the social justice warriors telling you can't listen to or you can't read H.P. Lovecraft because it's racist, or Dennis Wheatley because he's a racist, and you can't enjoy this because it's bigoted. You can't watch Animal House anymore because it's sexist. And on top of that, if that's bad enough, the so-called alternative is doing the exact same thing from a Christian angle by saying that you can't watch music videos because the Illuminati are doing evil things to you. Let me explain to you first of all. These hand gestures have nothing to do with the Illuminati. The Illuminati does not exist. It's gone about 200 years, the Bavarian Illuminati. What we have today are things like the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, and so on. And they're not hidden. They're completely out in the open. So this thing, a secret cabal runs the world, or this kind of nonsense, it does not exist as far as I can tell. What I can tell is that these globalist institutions are the ones who run the world, and they're so cocky and so arrogant now, they don't hide it. And the Vatican is one of them as well, by the way. Now, when you see pop music videos or publicity photographs of Hollywood people or pop stars doing this or this and all this kind of thing, they're not giving you Illuminati, demonic, satanic handset gestures. 99% of them don't even know what they're doing. They're just idiots like Ed Sheeran, who their manager or some publicity agent trying to make someone who's completely uncool look cool by doing this. That's why they do it. And Miley Cyrus doing it. That's why they do it. They don't do it because they're in the club or they're being handled. They have satanic handlers. They do it because they think it's cool, because pop music is so unbelievably lame. Now, some people who did it because it was cool and they were cool. I'll give you an example. It goes on and on and on. It's heaven and hell. When Ronnie James Dio did it, it was the real thing. Ronnie James Dio comes from an Italian background, and this is where all this comes from. It's probably rooted in paganism. That's not the devil, it's probably Pan or Kurunos, the pagan gods, which the Christians are a satyr, that the Christians turned into devils. Now, that is called the two horns up like that. That is used in a patriopathic magic. It's a way of warding off the evil eye. If you don't know what the evil eye is taken very, very seriously in Southern Europe, particularly in Greece, Anatolia, around the eastern Mediterranean, the Lebanon, Cyprus and so on. People believe that someone who's jealous of you can actually damage you, and that's absolutely true. That's because they can drain your life force with a psychic attack. Someone in the past realised that if a celebrity, someone came from southern Italy, it could be Frank Sinatra, you never know, told celebrities in the past to do this, have their photographs taken of one eye, because that's also the same thing. It deflects the evil eye, as does this. It's not 666, and even if it was 666, 666 has nothing to do with the devil. That's just, again, uneducated Christians and uneducated people in the alternative scene regurgitating Bible Belt redneck bullshit for the cyber rednecks, the so-called cyber rednecks, I would call them. A lot of them want to be afraid. They talk about, fear, it don't live here. Oh, there's an all-seeing eye. Oh, now the all-seeing eye that you see about the pyramid, that's the all-seeing eye of providence. That's Lucifer. Now all Lucifer represents is a clarity of vision. No bullshit, pure clarity of vision, looking down. And that's what that is, the eye of providence. And the belief is that if you see with an honest and direct and clear eye, your life will be less complicated and less full of dangers and troubles. True. Honesty is the best policy. That's where that comes from. That's what the all-seeing eye represents at the end of the day. Honesty of everything, including your darkest things and your darkest shadows. Not, the Illuminati or this nonsense, what they say, ISIS and all this crap. It means none of that stuff. These people don't have an education in the occult, and yet they're teaching you on the occult on a subject they don't know about. It would be like me using my videos and my talks to teach algebra. I don't have a fucking clue about algebra, but that's what they don't have a fucking clue about, the occult. And they're doing conferences, making videos, and they haven't got a clue about it. They're just repeating redneck Bible Belt bullshit. That's all they are. This stuff can save your life. Do you know that? That's why Ronnie James Dio did it. That's why people in the metal scene do it. That kind of thing. That's deflecting it, right? That's sending it back like a psychic charge. That is warding it off like a wall, and that's casting it down to the abyss from where it came. And it's not the devil. It's probably almost certainly originated from pagan deities such as Pan, or Kurunos, or the Satyrs, or any of the horned gods that Europeans, the sacred bull that Europeans worshipped as our real gods. And this is, you cannot be watching videos of people and saying, oh look mate, he's got all-seeing eye, he knows all about it because he says that it's evil, Illuminati, I'm not playing Dungeons and Dragons, I'm not going to listen to rock music anymore, I'm going to destroy my fucking life and take all the happiness out of it because some fucker on the stage just told me it's evil. That's what they're doing to you. They're robbing you of everything you should love in life by getting you afraid of hand gestures, by getting you afraid of eyes on top of pyramids, by getting you afraid of music videos, like video games and films. They want you sitting at home in terror, listening to them, and then believing it's all true because it's in the Bible, mate. Don't be led astray by people that don't have your best interest in heart. We've had 2,000 years of the pollution of Christianity in Western society. We're now getting a double attack now. One from the SJWs on the left and the other from the so-called, enlightened ones. Let me tell you who the real, on the alternative media, who are making you afraid of all-seeing eyes and stuff. Let me tell you who the real Illuminati is. The real Illuminati should be you. Illuminated and enlightened by knowledge, by reason, by understanding, and that's how you become enlightened. I consider myself part of the Illuminati, or I want to be, and you should too. I'm not talking about the Bavarian Illuminati, I'm talking about the Illuminati that existed before that. The ones that were on the forefronts of science, learning, philosophy and engineering. They were the real Illuminati. They were the ones that made our world that we live in today worthy of living in. These people have you terrified of music videos, or H.P. Lovecraft are the ones who want to cast you back into the abyss of ignorance, fear, terror and nihilism. Thank you.